today's video, we're answering a question that can either save you thousands of dollars or cost you way more than you expect. Does home insurance actually cover a roof replacement? What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and the truth is most homeowners assume their insurance will fully cover a new roof after damage, but that's not always how it works. Depending on your policy, you might get a full replacement, partial coverage, or nothing at all. So in this video, I'm going to break down when your roof is covered, when it's not, the key details that most people overlook, and how to compare policies so you're not caught off guard when you actually need it. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with the basics and talk about what homeowners insurance actually covers. So homeowners insurance is designed to protect the structure of your home, including your roof, from sudden and unexpected events. This falls under what's called dwelling coverage, which pays to repair or rebuild parts of your home when they're damaged by what insurance companies call covered perils. In most cases, this includes things like windstorms, hail, fire, lightning, and falling objects. So if a storm rips off shingles or a tree falls on your roof, your policy will typically help cover the cost after you pay your deductible. But here's where people can get it wrong. Insurance is not designed to cover maintenance. If your roof is simply old, worn out, or deteriorating over time, that's usually not covered. Now, roof replacement is usually covered when the damage is caused by a sudden and accidental event. That means something outside of your control that happens quickly, like a storm or an accident. For example, if strong winds tear off sections of your roof and water starts leaking into your home, that damage is typically covered. Same goes for hail damage, fire, and tree branches crashing through your roof. In these situations, insurance may pay to repair or fully replace the roof depending on the extent of the damage and your policy terms. Another important factor is the type of coverage you have. Some policies offer replacement cost coverage, which pays to replace your roof with similar materials. Others only offer cash value, which essentially subtracts depreciation based on the age of your roof. That difference alone can mean thousands of dollars out of your pocket. Now let's talk about where things don't get covered, because this is where most claims get denied. If your roof is damaged due to normal wear and tear, aging, poor maintenance, or improper installation, your insurance company is not going to pay for it. So if your roof is 20 years old and starts leaking, that's considered your responsibility, not the insurer's. Now, I want to talk about an important distinction because two homeowners can have completely different outcomes based on small details in their policies. One of the biggest factors is whether your policy uses replacement cost or actual cash value. Replacement cost gives you enough to fully replace the roof, while actual cash value factors in depreciation, which can significantly reduce your payout. Another detail is your deductible. Some policies have higher deductibles specifically for wind or storm damage, especially in certain states. Roof age also plays a major role. These are the kind of details most people don't check until it's too late, and by then you're already dealing with damage. Now, one of the smartest things that you can do is compare home insurance for roof coverage, because not all insurance policies treat roof coverage the same. Some offer full replacement costs, like I've mentioned, while others only provide partial payouts. Deductibles, exclusions, and coverage limits can vary significantly between providers, even if the monthly price looks similar on the outside. Instead of guessing what your policy includes, you can use a comparison tool like the one we have linked down in the description below, so you can go ahead and see multiple home insurance options side by side. This is going to allow you to compare pricing, coverage, types, deductibles, and how each provider handles roof damage. It's one of the easiest ways to make sure you're getting the protection you think you're paying for. Okay, so if you've never used a comparison tool before, again, our link is down below. It's very, very easy. All you'll do is type in your zip code, if you rent or own, if you have a single or multifamily home, a townhouse, a condo, mobile home, or other, how many bedrooms are actually in your home. So if it's 3 bedrooms, what year was it built, right? What is your age range? And do you know your credit score? And then are you interested in bundling home and auto? You could say yes or no. And then has anyone in your household served in the US military, excluding dishonorable discharge? And then you can submit and you can go ahead and compare a bunch side by side. It takes 30 seconds to fill that out and it could be potentially saving you thousands. Now we're going to talk about how to file a roof claim. Okay, so if your roof does get damaged, how you handle the claims process can make a big difference in your outcome as well. First, you want to start by documenting everything immediately. Take clear photos and videos of both the exterior damage and any interior issues caused by leaks. Then make temporary repairs if needed to prevent further damage, like placing a tarp over exposed areas. Keep all receipts because insurance companies often can reimburse emergency repairs. From there, contact your insurance company and file your claim as soon as possible. They'll typically send an adjuster to inspect the damage. This is where being prepared matters. Walk them through exactly what happened and provide all your documentation. Once the inspection is complete, you'll receive a a settlement offer, and it's important to review it carefully to make sure it covers everything, not just part of the damage. Okay, now in terms of pros and cons of filing a roof claim. Filing a claim can be incredibly helpful when you're dealing with major damage, but it's not always the right move in every situation. The biggest benefit is that it can cover a large portion of the your roof, which can easily run into the thousands. It can also cover related interior damage if water enters your home. This can save you from dipping into savings or taking on debt to handle unexpected repairs. Now, on the downside, claims come with deductibles and can impact your future premiums. In some cases, multiple claims over time can affect your eligibility for renewal. If the damage is minor or close to your deductible amount, it actually just makes more sense to pay out of pocket and reserve your insurance for larger situations. Now, the biggest mistakes that homeowners can make is assuming they're fully covered without actually checking their policy. A lot of people think that if something happens to their roof, insurance is going to automatically replace it. But the reality is, coverage depends on the cause of damage, the age of the roof, and the type of policy you have. And if you don't know those details ahead of time, you're making decisions based on assumptions. Another mistake is not comparing policies before choosing one. Just because a policy is cheaper doesn't mean it gives you the coverage you need. This is exactly why using a comparison tool like the one that I showed you can be so powerful, because it shows you the differences clearly before you actually commit. Okay, now before we wrap up, I wanted to touch on a couple of bonus tips. So first off, one of the smartest things you can do is get a roof inspection before there's ever an issue. Having proof of your roof's condition helps support your claim and shows the damage was sudden and not due to neglect or aging. Next, you want to make sure you know whether your policy covers replacement costs or cash value. This one detail can change your payout by thousands, and a lot of homeowners don't actually realize the difference until it's too late. Number 3 is, after any major storm, do a quick visual check or have a professional inspect your roof. Catching damage early can prevent bigger issues and strengthen your claim if you need to file. Also, keep records of any maintenance or repairs that you've done. Insurance companies look for signs that you've taken care of your home, and having that documentation can work in your favor. And finally, don't assume your current policy is the best option. Comparing coverage, deductibles, and pricing side by side can help you find a better deal and better protection before something actually happens. So, should you rely on homeowners insurance to cover your roof? If your roof is newer and the damage is caused by a covered event, then yes, insurance can be incredibly valuable and help offset a major expense. But if your roof is older or the damage is related to wear and tear, you should expect to handle that cost yourself. This is why it's important to think long term. Regular maintenance, inspections, and upgrades can extend the life of your roof and reduce the likelihood of needing to file a claim. At the same time, making sure you have the right coverage in place gives you a safety net when something unexpected does happen. The key is to be proactive. Understand your policy, know what's covered, and make sure you're not underinsured without realizing it. If you're not completely confident in your current coverage, comparing your options is one of the smartest moves you can make. If you want to see how different home insurance policies compare and find the one that actually fits your needs, don't forget to check our link down in the description below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. Really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. And if you loved this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.